Hey, welcome to the Boom Boom Radio Show. What I'm doing is testing this new mini Rode mic and to see if there's a difference. So as it's starting to rain, and I'm testing some of the things you can do, like the virtual background. Like I just got my laptop a couple weeks ago, and I still haven't gotten any pictures in it yet. So I need to do that from my phone, and I still haven't learned how to use my own logo, but I'm able to. It's just I forget you have to do it when you start setting up the thing. So anyway, let's go with hello, are you? How are you? And okay, yeah. So I'm testing this mic um, to see. Oh, and I guess this is better to do the. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. This is starting to rain a little bit. Get this up. Sorry. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place trying to so I don't get drenched. What's this? Okay, trying to let this umbrella up, I guess. Sorry, guys. Just trying to do this real quick. That way. How are you guys? I should have did that first, but that's always something. Yesterday was raining cats and dogs. Okay. That way we don't get totally drenched while we're trying to. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing, trying to test this and see how well it is and how close up I have to be on it for you to hear it. Um, I guess I could always pop it up on something. Uh, it's Wednesday, right? Yeah, that's what we're doing on Wednesday. Just taking our time, doing what we got to do. How about that? Is that a little better? Doing what we got to do, get it done. But how have you guys been since last week? Hopefully, you've been doing fine. I really wish I could try to do this right now. That's why I got to get pictures to it. So, uh, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. But anyway, feel free to ask me any kind of questions you like. That's what I'll start promoting more. Just do I want it to be a Q&A on Wednesday or just talk about things? Like I said, I've been working on uh, sub um, mug sublimation prints. I don't know if I showed you since last time. So, so what I did go out and buy a heat press, which I have to test. I just got it like last week, I believe. Yeah, it was a 5-in-1. I got it off of Amazon for $99. So, um, because of those backpacks, I want to go ahead and start doing those things. And yeah, so I'm excited to see how well that's going to work. It's a what was it, 12 by 15 or 15 by 12 something, 900-watt heat press machine. Comes with the mug press, the hat press, two plate presses, and yeah, and that's efficient enough, I believe, to get. Oh, sorry. Okay, I was trying to wipe my. Uh, I forgot this the phone, but so yeah, stop doing that. Okay. I don't know if you guys see that when I did that. So I don't know if this is picking up everything. I just did some reviews on. I mean, I didn't do reviews. I watched some reviews about it, and of course, it's convenient. It's a USB, and you can just plug it into your computer. Of course, if you haven't heard about it. and it's really weighted, so it won't easily, like the one I had, the other one I had, it easily falls over and things. But that comes good, like if you like in your car just traveling and you just want to, of course, if someone else is driving, or like you on a train or a plane or something, it might come in handy, just a quick, or if you're interviewing somebody, it's long enough for you to do that. So yeah, I don't know this virtual background thing. So I like that thought too, because you're able to change your background up if you're somewhere and don't want everything in the picture. Um, like I said, I don't know how close up I need to be on this, or how far it picks up if I'm just sitting like this. So yeah, these are like some. Of course, you dare to be different in everything you're doing, especially if you're trying to create a brand. Is what I'd say. You dare to be different. So these are the sublimation paper for mugs, and I've been using the sublimation markers to just make some prints and just be different. So then, of course, this is crazy for the station. So oh, cannot over there. You can't see. But so yeah, that's something. This one, and I can't read it. It says some, but these are just prints I was working on. Like, yeah, I think just branding. I think it's just branding myself. But yeah, these are gold on mugs. Uh, so it's something else I'm gonna be doing today. Just coming up with some more designs for mugs. Um, you know, like they say, trust the process. Okay, small beginnings. Don't hate them. Just don't give up on you. Uh, 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 sorry. Just don't give up on yourself. Just keep working at it regardless. It's something you can manage. Now, most of the stuff I'm creating is like print on demand, uh, because when you're small, I believe you're small, starting out small, you just don't want to put all your money into a lot of inventory. I think just having the heat press is really cool, and I can always go to, because like with the backpack things, it's right now I don't know how the paper I got that you don't need to, it's not sublimation, it's just inkjet, and I can just go have it printed, and then since I have the heat press, just press it as somebody say they want a design, or can I do a design for them now. And I have been working on some designs because I do want to venture off into t-shirts, of course, and that'll be pretty much it. T-shirts, backpacks, and mugs, and maybe eventually some canvas bags, grocery bag like things. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today, working on some more prints for that. And I did come up with, like with the radio show, I use the words to make a should I say blanket statement or something? It's a tagline that you totally associate with me, on a girl level, right? In that point, I'll figure out something for men. But I think just for men, it'll just be designs, and it won't necessarily be a tagline. I mean, like, because before I was using Flip, like I'm very into clothing. Like I've always been into my own clothing line brand thing, creating one. I think I started Go Getter Chick in 2004. And ever since then, it's just been something I've been into. And I had gotten on like a uh, app called Flip, and you design whatever you need, of course, or whatever you want. I actually had a pair of shoes made from it, my brand there. So I might pick that name back up. It was called Backhanded. That's the name of the gear, backhanded. So I think I'll pick that back up, and I was making some cool designs, but it was on the drop shipping thing, and so which is pretty much print by demand, right? Is I'm sure they wasn't just printing it on any and everything. Somebody ordered it is when they would print it. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. Uh, so that might be the brand I picked back up. Because I feel like I was really designing some cool things, and of course AI helped a lot too, as far as you could put different shapes and things together and come up with a cool design and all these things. So I think that's pretty much what the brand like. So yeah, I think the brand I have to wrap my head around what I'm doing, right? I think the mugs would be, if I do mugs and coasters, they would be more geared towards the radio station as far as just having the radio station name on it. And like when you listen to a podcast, most people drink something, or drink coffee, drink tea, drink stuff, and you need a coaster because so I think that would be more geared towards that. And you do like the promotion things or whatever, where you uh, do a week or so of, or a month or two or so of something else that you brand. Like you might have backpacks or something. Those backpacks I got for a promotion you're trying to do to get them. If you start a new series or something, a promotion you do for that has the name on it. And we have different things like a mug or coaster stuffed in there or something, some stickers for the. I think that was. But then once I do this t-shirts, and I think the backpacks, they'll be more geared towards a line of clothing or something brand that I'm working on, because it's just something I've been working on all along. And then a Go Getter Chick is still, it's my logo. It's still something I use. I just need to redesign the words. So yeah, I think Go Getter Chick and Backhand, it would be something I would still be what, like I have been designing some prints. Now, these designs they are just things I had already drawn or came up with to tell a story or something. So, yeah, that's just the introduction to things. I feel like I'm just talking all over the place, but I mean, I am. It's just one of those type of days. It's dreary, a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes I don't know if you ever felt like people always just want you to fail at something so they have something to laugh about because they really haven't succeeded at anything. And, I try not to bring that kind of attitude to anything I'm doing, but sometimes you do just need to. Sorry. You do just need to make that known, because people, they seem like they sit and wait because they think I'm like a wounded animal or something, and they can't wait to pounce on me. Uh, but when you look at it, I'm always straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm always doing my own thing uh, without hiccups. So I don't know. I try to just let that keep motivating me and keep being me and keep, you know, finding ways to better myself is what I always do. See, just like that, I'm thirsty. Um, oh, sorry. Keep trying to find ways to better myself and motivate others. Now, there's another thing that, so the radio station will take a different toll too. Not a different toll. It still be my music. It still be stuff I'm creating. But of course, I was always looking for, like, if you listen to the radio station and you hear a couple of jingles I got on there, I use them with like this Pocket Singer app and BandLab, right? BandLab got that song starter thing in there. So I use the song starter for the beat. Then I use the Pocket Singer um, to because they got voices on there that you can use, and if you line them up just right, they be kind of decent. Like mine don't sound like kiddish or childish or goofy or anything. They sound like something that's really a radio station jingle. Um, so I use that, but I haven't really been in a situation to be able to sing, right? Where I don't have the like studio. I mean, I can, I'm sure I can get one, but it's just not something I've really been thinking about. Uh, if I sing or do something, I kind of do it on the fly a lot of times. So I've always been wanting to find an app or something that I can manipulate the voices myself for them to sing. And so happened, they kept watching YouTube, and they kept saying something is in the works. This is coming. So I think I found one, and I've made a couple of songs on it, and it's still stuff you have to learn for. Uh, can I have you listen to it? Yeah, okay. I forget. And this is the other point is when you're trying to learn something and then you like trying to do two things at once, like on this stream thing. Yeah, I know you can divide the screen up and do all that, but so we will try to find something. But it's called, it says you have to, you can, I don't know the ins and outs about everything, but from what I'm constantly hearing and understanding is you have rights to whatever you create, but you just have to let people know where you created it from. And I understand that too, because, if you make a hit song off of somebody's platform, of course they want some credit for it. That's called reviews. That's what people always do the reviews for. And like when you do reviews, people don't want you acting like you made it in your garage, and then you know. But anyway, so it was funny because I hardly ever go to Starbucks, right? I hardly ever do. I think in all the time there's been a Starbucks, I might have went in there once or twice, or I can count on my hand. That's what I said. So the other morning, I went to Starbucks, and it was just a perfect day to sit outside of Starbucks and drink my coffee and eat my breakfast sandwich. And I just got the laptop, so things look wider and you can see more with it. Which I should get this full screen on, see if that helps. Yeah, it seems wider and you can see more with it, and you can do because when I'm on my phone, everything's so little and you don't do a lot because you don't, it just takes so much trying to read and see and all this stuff. So I was on my laptop looking for things, and I found Udio. It's where you can create a song and someone can sing it for you, but it's all like AI generated. Now you can put your own lyrics to it. So I did put some lyrics to it, and I don't know. It's just something you have to. I guess I can put a banner up. Uh, Julio. Okay. You could just put your own words to it and really make a song, but it is still a learning thing. So I feel like I do need a little diversity in my radio station, but I still just need it to be me. So and like I had did before, so that's what I'm really excited about being able to do that. I'll just say Udio is coming because I always feel like I'm saying AI is in the picture. Udio is coming to the radio station. Uh, AI, AI. Okay, I'm just saying Udio is coming to the radio station. AI generated song stats. It's gonna be random. That I yeah, I I will. I don't know how long these gonna take. We're right in it. I see. This is what I like. Okay. All right. So this will scroll as a ticker. Bam. The magic will happen any moment now. Oh, soon. There we go. So I do like that, but it was like surprising because I didn't think that would ever be a thing where you could just have. Uh, well, I knew I could do it, but it would just when I was doing it with the pocket singer, it was just trying to line it up, and it was like that's just too much for me because my mind won't sit still a lot of times. Let me see what song I got here. Okay. Don't laugh at me, but this is the one. So yeah, that's one. I think I wrote. I used this extend once in that song, but the other I wrote the lyrics, which I think I like that point because like it will create a whole song for you just from a prompt. But the point, I think the problem that might exist with that is that it would do the same thing for someone else. So it could be, it could just change the background music, but the lyrics could be the exact same as someone else's. But if I enjoy writing because I have so many things that come up in my mind, and I don't really care about. I care about telling my story. So there's another one I did. Okay, and then there was more of like a rap song. You sleeping, that means I'm the hottest sauce on the face of the planet. Corn on the cob, smoking Scooby Doo's and Daphne's too. Grants to me, man. I'm chilling in the shade on a sunny day with one eye open, not snoozing on the competition. Just giving them another rendition. I'm chilling in the shade on a sunny day with one eye open, not snoozing on the competition. Just giving them another rendition. Playing to win, stealing bases so you can make a home run. I stroll what I make before. Got salt on my pork, giving haters the fork. Don't see funny. Bums make me bored. I'm chilling in the shade on a sunny day with one eye open, not snoozing on the competition. Just giving them another rendition. I'm chilling in the shade on a sunny day with one eye open, not snoozing on the competition. Just giving them another rendition because they won't catch me slipping. I'm always paying attention. They won't be boozing me up with silly. Okay, so yeah, I wrote all the lyrics to that, which I just enjoy just doing that. I don't need to think hard about it, but that was the question. People always feel like when something new comes into like an industry, someone else is going to be out of a job. I mean, like people been being out of a job for a long time for not being really all that creative, right? So it's like nothing new to me to hear that over and over again. I mean, like a lot of people are dependent on an AI type of system, right? You know, they don't necessarily write their own songs or come up with the music. Someone else does, and so what is different? You know what I'm saying? Um, I think the main point to it anyway is you still have to advertise your own stuff. Just because something new comes in or someone else helps you with it, don't mean uh, people are going to rush out to buy it regardless. So, but anyway, I felt that was right up my alley because before, when I first started the radio station, that's pretty much what I did. I had a diverse listening thing, playlist of just different genres of people, because that's how I always like to listen to things. Uh, as far as when I'm doing it, I like to just have a variety of stuff. Of course, if you don't know me by now, I just keep a variety, and I feel like doing something like this, starting a radio station, you do, even though when I create music, is it's a variety of different things, I don't think you really know what category it falls in. Um, and I always be trying to rap, but I just like I just feel like I can never like dance on beat or something. Even though I can dance, I'm always just off beat when I hear a song or and it needs me to put words to it. So I felt like that was right up my alley. This audio is right up my alley. And it gets the radio station a little bit more. And I was looking last night, you can even like do when I'm like writing the song, when I want to do that Mr. Wiggles. It's a play or so or series as to Lash Burns because for some years ago I had just like dates with caterpillars or something. I don't know. So and so I made like a series out of it, and on Udio you can even write it out and have a voice talking for you. So instead of, like I said, I sometimes I wouldn't be good at talking as far as trying to tell a story in a narrative type of voice. And so it really motivates me to keep going because I, with that, because it's just, I'm just really wanting to break the radio station up in something, like, most of the days is music, and I do want to constantly keep adding more music to it. Uh, so I feel like being prompted to just write something versus constantly trying to figure everything out. And then just being able to take whatever it comes up with and put it in a DAW and add anything else or beef it up a little bit more. So say if that's what I feel like, to totally make it my own. And I think that's the direction so I really do want to. I feel like the possibilities is just endless with this because not only do I don't have to feel alone at doing this. It's basically what it is all about in my mind is not feeling alone, even though I'm not. But when it's your dream and you're trying to bring it to fruition, there's a lot of times you trying to convey it to someone who is helping you, and they can put their input on it on what the best direction they feel like would help you and them get it to that point. And if it's a success or a failure, those people will still love you regardless. So I'm enjoying that. I could tell right off when I first did it. I got people who felt like that song is a rap song, and it's not. It's computer generated. So that is always the argument. People want to know if it's just some AI is listening to somebody else talk. But when you making songs, period, whether it's already in the industry or not, don't a lot of times that ain't your voice, is it? Or you done put so much processing on the vocals that it ain't you anyway. So these are, I don't know, because sometimes people feel like I don't know. It is just sometimes you're okay with things at first, and then later on you get bothered by it. But so far, I feel like I've been just like understanding. I'm more of an understanding type of person than I'm not, and I haven't really given that much of myself to always have that extra complaint about that. I haven't really let people in my circle that way to where like I used to like you, but now I don't like you. I just haven't been that attached to people in that way. But people feel like they've been that way with me, even though they don't talk to me. But just seeing me do things without being affected by everything else around me, like doing this thing. Everybody else is affected by something. Yesterday, everybody was affected by something, but I just went on about my own merry little way, and that bothers people to a certain degree. Like, you know, anytime you trying to dump on me, right? And then I'm pointing out something else about you that will like eliminate you from dumping on me and feel like you the one just got dumped on. When life is about choices, you make your own choices. You make whatever you want to make. Why does I never understand why someone would need to down someone else to try to make themselves feel better, even though when we all just trying to figure this thing called life out anyway. But anyway, I'm really and I'm liking that thought. I haven't gotten on there today to. I'm just trying to learn because I don't want to just make a bunch of stuff, right? I want stuff that transitions into the radio station effortlessly. Uh, I'm not sure yet how I want to do. Because I want a story time on the radio station that is kind of like a soap opera. The characters might be funny because they're caterpillars, but since it's on the radio, you don't necessarily have to see them. I mean, I can have pictures on at that time, but and I also last night when I was watching just how people use it and what all the possibilities you can use it for. Uh, I seen a guy he who did. That's how I knew about you can have like a comedy night on there and just be telling jokes or something. Or he used, of course, chat AGBT or some ABCD and came up with some stuff. And then he used another platform to actually have a human AI human person telling the story, where they didn't move this part, but you could tell they was moving their mouth and it was pretty much in sync. So if you wanted to just see a picture or something, or see someone actually talking to it, you could design it that way too. Uh, so it was just like so many things you can do, and you can all because most of the stuff I do is on the fly, and it's just a matter of sitting around because I writing it, being motivated to you continue writing it, and know that you don't have to be so stressed out on the delivery system of it is how I felt. So yeah, it's just because I've written quite a bit for my Ash to Lash Burns because it's a comedy type of thing. But then that could be the comedy night, Friday nights or something like that. It's not, you cannot, you don't have, you can work on it all week. So before I jump ahead of myself, it's so much stuff, as you can see, why I stay busy and keep my mind occupied and not focused on all the negative and all the things that could go wrong with it and all the things that I might not sell on it, because it's just something, like I said, people do. I'm not the only one that people wish would fail at everything they do. Okay, so I'm sure someone in my audience has experienced that and know all about it and know how it goes and know how you just have to persevere above it, ahead of it. So yeah, but before I get ahead of myself, I do really need to start working on the backpacks. And the other problem was because I'm on the fly. I'm trying to find a power station that will power what I'm doing. That be because I do a lot of traveling, right? So a power station is what I need to be able to just take it when I need to press a shirt, take it to wherever my press is, and do it, and it's going by my merry little way. And then along with power and everything else I need while I'm on the go. But I don't want it to be like some heavy thing that I need to be like trying to break my back on the move. So but I was just trying to figure out if I get a 1,000 watt power station, it should be able to power a 900 watt heat press, is what I'm thinking. And you don't have to, like, you have orders and say the power goes out, you still able to make those orders or something without, tripping too much about it. So that's just something, because like I said, when you always have people wishing you fail at something. I mean, I couldn't even explain to you about yesterday. It was like, yeah, you know. So, and I was like, no. So, I have forgot. I was riding around because I got this electric scooter. So of course, that was like, yeah. All her stuff just gonna be soaked. Her laptop, her everything is just gonna be no good, right? But I had this tarp that at night I covered my bike up with, and it was a raincoat. I walked up in this mug, dry as a bone. They thought my shoes was gonna be like they thought my shoes was some cheap shoes. Like when people will buy those knockoff Air Force Ones and they get wet and they be all waterlogged and things. That's what they were looking for because they know all about it. So yeah, so that's my story. But yeah, I think the possibilities of it is endless, and hopefully this mic is picking up pretty good. And when I was trying to have you listen to music when I was making that day over here with that karaoke mic, it was kind of you couldn't hardly hear. So hopefully this one helped you hear what I was doing a little better. And yeah, so and I'm just excited that I'm still just sitting over here doing this uh, live with you guys on a Wednesday, even though it's early, but it'll be on there. And I got it done and tested this. Like I said, this is a little heavy. The Rode mic mini USB mini. I don't know what all this stuff does. Hopefully, I will. Oh, it looks like it was on low, right? Oh Lord. Oh, is that better? Oh, hopefully, I wasn't. Okay, so I'm getting ready to end this to see if you heard anything I was saying because it was turned down. Mm, that is a bummer, right? But I think that's for the headphones. I think so because it's got headphones on it. So that's good to know too that you can put your headphones in and monitor. So it will be exciting for like if I once I really understand how this app goes, the Udio, and if I put it in a DAW and want to add some more extra like noises to it or just to make it my own totally. Um, I do have some songs I've written down that I'm sure I can use. It's just learning how to prompt it just right. It's because you can add like instrumentals, and all you with just saying instrumental, and it'll add an instrumental in there. I mean, like you gotta put some like percent parentheses or asterisks to make it know, but it really seems like it's really intelligent to where you can just really create your own works of art. Now we already knew you can create your own works of art with AI. That's not the thing. It's just being able for someone who feels like they have a passion for music, but they don't have a voice for it. Um, I mean, not that I think anyone can sing, but practice makes perfect. And it's just some people just like have kids later on in life, right? So I don't have time to be practicing day and night on singing. I don't feel like it. When if you're in the right situation and you with someone who you and them both love doing it, and it just comes natural when you're together, then yeah. Other than that, just going to try to take classes and all that for it, and I don't think so. But so these are the things I'm working on, and the things I want to accomplish with the radio station and the clothing thing. Now, I don't want you to think. I know sometimes people always feel like as soon as somebody get this, they think it's easy to just go start a clothing line. Now, this ain't something I just started. I've been working on the clothing line forever and a day, but you know when you in the middle of your life and you got to figure out how to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, pay for that, sometimes again you have to go with what's more important. Food and stuff hasn't been more important because it costs. Everything costs, and then like you can find a person to produce it for you, but you just can't really walk around with a lot of stuff that just ain't selling at the moment because you also need to pay for advertising and you can't wear everything just to try to show somebody, because that's eating into your profit. So it's just like Goldilocks, trying to figure out the right system that works for you, and it takes time. A lot of companies and clothing lines and stuff, big or small, they all started somewhere, and it wasn't with a whole lot of people buying stuff. So, and you just keep that in mind and know that it's just one step at a time. And if it is your passion, and it has been for a long time, all the time you've been living your life, you've been learning, hopefully learning different things. So when the best opportunity comes for you to really do it, you know a lot of stuff. You ain't constantly like trying to start over with your whole mindset. I mean, we start over in life all the time. Like when you was in a relationship, any kind of relationship, man, woman, business, work related, we start over all the time. But each time you start over, you should be, I feel, more and more advanced in your mind, more knowledgeable about things. You shouldn't constantly feel like you have to start over and over in your mind as far as not knowing, you know. So like I said, I tried to start a clothing line. I actually had stuff printed in 2004. But the thing with that is I had let someone else design. I said the what that I wanted to be, but someone else came up with the design of the lettering. And it was cool at first because when you're young, you don't know. And you feel like you paid somebody to do that. And, they didn't charge you a lot. They just probably felt like it was just going to be just it. That ain't pretty much not much going to come out of it. And it could have been how they was thinking. So they only charged me $75. And, it was cool logo. I had it printed on some girls' shorts and tank tops like this. And some t-shirts, and I remember a dude come stopping me because it's catchy. It was the way it was designed, but then at that point later on you started realizing, in a sense, someone saying you ain't really nothing, because if it wasn't for them, right? You get this all the time in life. Somebody saying if it wasn't for them, and I myself be like, if it wasn't for me, okay. I mean, that can go either way, because if it wasn't for me coming to you with that, okay, it's not like you was getting business because you worked somewhere. You wasn't really getting business on your own, as far as everybody just coming to you off the street. So that's what I had to deal with, and it's still something where people will come up and try to, even you paid your way, right? But then you have people because they put something input in it, and that is the thing with AI, right? I mean, it's like if it wasn't for someone else in real life, this is a whole world of people. Of course, people always putting something in on something. It's like when I was younger, I never went to someone's house empty handed, right? If I wanted to hang out at your house, I'll bring food. Okay. Most of the times, the people who I brought food for was looking for food. Okay, they was, but then later on they'll come and be like, if it wasn't for me, and I would be like, if it wasn't for me, you would have been hungry more often than not. Okay, and so and in life, these are the things, and this is my mindset, and everybody lends a hand in some shape, form, or fashion. But not everybody want to take credit for everything you do, as if like is how I look at this stuff. So once I realized that I mean, I ran with the run website, I mean the logo for a long time. It's who I am. It has nothing to do with people because I had some girls buy something off me, and then they was bitter about like how you come up with that, and so that went on into what the other dudes like if it wasn't for them, as if it wasn't for them going to the market buying stuff, every there would be no stores. Yeah. And I always be like, well, they always try to come to me to get some extra credit from me. But when they go to the grocery store, they don't go to the doggone people who own it and be like, well, I come here and buy groceries all the time. You should give me something free. Okay. So when you have an audience, they don't want you constantly trying to ride somebody like that. You don't do it to anybody else, so don't do it to her. It's what I deal with on a regular. Like she should have to give us something extra because I mean we have to go through all this rain and water up to our kneecaps, and she just be coasting through life. No, it's called timing. Okay, yeah, you needed to go on the right then. Okay, I needed to wait and wait till I felt like the time for was right for me to go. Okay, we both are using our own mind and our own will to do whatever we want to do. That's just what you chose to do, and I chose to do it this way. I mean, like, so why would I owe you something because of I used my time wisely? I don't- so why would I'm talking? Go go. Mm, yeah, I mean, like people, it's always trying to be in on what you doing. Like I ain't got no toothpaste. So anyway. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. We done went 47 minutes already, just testing and talking about the direction of the radio station I'm trying to take, of course, and it's easier. I mean, I learned all this stuff on my own. I learned how to start the radio station. I learned how to upload my songs. I learned how to make my songs. I learned how to talk to people about it on my social media. These are all things I learned, but it is not stuff I learned easy and fast. It's just you design things the way you want them. Okay, I design my logo, and that's what I choose to do this time. I mean, I still love Go Getter Chick, but I think I will design the words differently myself and add whatever else I need to it. I had guys telling me I needed a number on there. I am the number. Okay, call it if you want to order. Just like I had a guy come to me asking me how many T-shirts would I sell him at a wholesale price with the with that logo, which I don't even know why they was, but I guess like. And then I want to say later on he was acting like a bitch. But anyway, because it's the logo is Go Get a Chick. So I said that back then, I mean, that was like 15, 15, 20 years ago or something like that. Well, in 2004, what is it? What's the, yeah, like, dang, 20 something years ago, right? 2004, 20 years ago. Wow, can you believe that? I started that in 2004 and it's 2024. 20 years ago. That is just like, and I'm still that person. I'm still holding it down. I'm still doing my thing. So I told him at that time in 20 years ago, I would sell him it. I think it was like $10 a shirt. You can profit it up to 19.99. I set the bar high then, okay? Because like now you can get shirts for $6, five, depending on where you're going, right? And Bella County still ain't got nothing on me, right? Because my bar high, it's higher than a mug. But so, and they felt like I was joking and laughing, and like I said, the joke seems to always just be on them. But anyway, I'm gonna get on out here. I think I need to go eat breakfast. I'm gonna try to do a little exercise today, do some sit ups, inner thigh moves, and just feel like I've done it. I still like need to learn how to put my logo on here instead of StreamYard, and because I am on a paid plan, and just be happy that we did it. Okay. And until next week, and I'll constantly be trying to use Udio and learn more about it, and just be able to talk to you about it. Need to learn how to do the screens to where when I'm working on this one, I can show you something else on that one. But like creating a song, that's another thing I'm glad about. So I just need to learn how to be able to use all these things at once on my laptop. So anyway, but thank you so much for tuning in, and until next week, peace.